start time with the Star Oddy Rod.
It's start time today. It's the grand finale. Yeah. So this is going to be the last episode of Star Time. I'm ending the series right here. It's been a lot. It's been a hard road. I'm ending it because, the low ratings. I'm not getting the support that I want. Probably also, I'm probably not pushing it as hard as I can. I'm reaching out to people in person, and I'm reaching out to people online. I've been sending episodes to people on their DMs. I've been posting the episodes in my stories, on my page. And I think in my mind that people are just seeing the episode, the post, and ignoring it. Not giving it a chance, not giving it a listen. I haven't been genuine as I want to. I have been hiding the fact that I'm doing this podcast for my immediate family. Because my immediate family, they're very hypercritical. And they will support, but they'll be very critical. So it's been a hard road because some of my family members been catching what I've been doing on Facebook. And I had to change my Facebook habits because a lot of stuff from Instagram gets posted to Facebook stories. So I haven't been basically genuine in promoting the show. I didn't even put money into promoting it. In my personal life, I've been having a lot of hard times with money. I've been working. I've been having a lot of stuff go on where I didn't have the money to really, really, really promote the show if I wanted to do a Google ad or something. I don't make enough views to monetize the whole show. When I did an episode with Zoe Taylor, I started the YouTube right then and there because I realized, it's a podcast and people want to freaking hear it without having to download it on Apple, Spotify, Good Pods. A lot of these sites you have to sign up for. A lot of people didn't want to do that, but they wanted to check out the show, at least the ones that were interested. Because I understand, you want to listen to the show, you got to download these apps, and the average person don't have these apps on their phone. They have Apple Podcasts, but then you still got to download that as well if it's not automatically on your phone. I'm just want to say thank you for everybody who supported, who listened. Thank you so much. Another thing I've realized is that I wasn't treating it as a business. I was treating it I was having fun. I did the show. I wanted to show a different person of myself. I didn't want it to be a boring show. Hell, even when I was doing the show, I realized that I didn't want it to be more than an hour long. A lot of the episodes were over an hour long. So some people give me feedback saying, why is your show so long? Who's listening to this in one round? And then I'm saying, there's some people that's going to listen to this in one round. There's some people who is going to enjoy the show. My goal was to have enough time to have the show go for a train ride, or if you're driving and you're stuck in traffic. So that's the reason why. Some people, even podcasters, was just saying, oh, you're not taking this serious because, joking. But I wanted to make the show animated. I wanted to make the show fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you know me, you know I love music. I was a DJ. I was a music artist at one point. I still talk about music on other podcasts like Premier Boys and the Old School Show. That's basically something that's been going down too. It's been a lot. Doing this show, my mic that I bought for the show had broke, and a lot of times the show will come out and it wouldn't even hit a benchmark of listeners for me to release the next episode. So I would see the episode, I release it on a Monday. I would see by like Thursday, Friday, a certain amount of listeners. Then I would hold back the next episode if it's even recorded. If you releasing the episodes out too fast, sometimes there's people that won't even like catch up. Depends on the person. But I wanted to give people the chance to listen to the episode over and over. I know that what was difficult was the fact that some people came to the podcast for one episode or one guest brought the viewers in. But it wasn't returning guests. I was not getting returning guests. I wasn't getting the support. But, it was showing in the numbers. I know with me, I avoided doing a lot of personal episodes because I understand that I overshare. And I kind of take things overboard when I do the personal episodes. I kind of dive too deep into myself, and I don't know how to filter it. I don't know how to pull back. So, for the past few weeks, I'm just sitting here like, yo, should I just do personal episodes? Should I talk about this? Should I talk about that? Could have easily did something, personal. But a lot of times with the personal episodes, you're also like, this is a podcast published everywhere. So I kind of had to sit down, take notes, plan before I recorded. And I got to watch if I name drop somebody. I got to watch if I saying the wrong things. It's kind of a lot at times. There's a lot that goes down. Yeah, so it's probably a lot that happened behind the scenes, with the numbers not going good. With the YouTube, I'm uploading to YouTube. I got to do the shorts. And then I'm realizing that if the YouTube following isn't even up there, like, you're basically not going to see no type of monetization. I didn't have a lot of people on Good Pods and Spotify that was streaming my show enough to do it as well. So, like, a lot of people was just calling me out on not handling business, not standing on business when it came to this. And a lot of people was just giving me their feedback. I had a lot of ghosts. I had a lot of silent listeners, people who wouldn't comment, wouldn't like, wouldn't write me back. I thank y'all too. Everybody who checked it out, I thank all of y'all. Because y'all are the reason that the show went on. Trust me, it's been a lot to keep going. It's been a lot to keep going because you want to see results right away, but it's a slow progress. And it's consistent promoting, consistent work, consistent sending people. Even in person, I'm talking about the podcast. Even with people when they see me again, I'm talking about the podcast. So it's things I'm doing to promote the show because I got to promote the show. My Star Time Roddy page, I'm promoting the podcast for that. And, now that I'm ending the show entirely, the page will still be up. It'll probably be repurposed at a later time for whatever venture I'm going to do next. Because right now, I don't even know what to do. I don't know what to do next, like, to be repurposed. But by New Year's 2025, I don't know. I might, depending how I feel at that time, I might, just end doing podcasts entirely. Like, that's how I feel. I just feel like I could utilize my time doing something else. So this show definitely takes a lot of time, takes a lot of effort, Takes a lot of planning. And one thing I've also noticed is that linking up with guests and guaranteeing guests every week has been hard. I'm not a I'm not a solo podcast person like that, so I'd rather have guests on the show. That's why when I did the back in the day series part one and part two, it was great because I got to link up with people and I had them as guests, and it was amazing. I also, interviewed a couple people this season. So yeah, I don't know. It's like sometimes the longer episodes didn't get enough plays versus some episodes where certain people were on. So I feel like there's a lot of favoritism. I feel like not a lot of people is checking for me. I had to find my fans. I had to find my viewers. No, I'm posting to like almost, hundreds of people on Instagram every day on Good Pods. I'm talking to people all the time in my phone. And just because I'm the one doing the show, they're not supporting, they're not sharing the post, they're not listening, or they say they're going to listen and they don't. And, that hurt my feelings because, you want people who are people that you know to support you as well as strangers. And the stranger thing is hit and miss because they don't know you. Obviously, people who are like fellow podcasters and people who enjoy podcasts, they're the audience. And I commend y'all. Most of y'all are on Good Pods, but I commend y'all. So that's basically what's been going down with promoting this show. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little mad that I can't really monetize a little bit because we're gonna do it for a reason. I don't want to feel like I'm just putting out episodes to put out episodes. I want to put out episodes and be heard. But the numbers as of lately have not shown that like my show is being heard. It's not showing that. It showed that that had an audience, and once I put out the love episode, the audience left. It showed that people are only here. You're only as good as your last performance. And even when I was starting the show, it took a long time for me to get on the mic. I was doing the Premiere Boys podcast. I was doing the old school show with Ken, Mr. Gentleman. I was already doing podcast appearances. Shout out to DeJohn. Shout out to I Am Heim. Shout out to Angelica. A little bit about me for having me as a guest on their show. Shout out Mel for his show, the What Sports podcast. Shout out to Bet the House. Shout out to all these people that I'm about to name right now. Because if it wasn't for you contributing some sort of thing to this show wouldn't have been it. This vision wouldn't have came to light. My executive producer, Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, shout out to you. Just gonna say that this is just not something I'm passionate about doing no more. Without me putting in the effort, without me wanting to go as hard as you do, as things do the things as you do, like sheesh. It's a lot. No. Even putting out an episode a week, I can't even commit to that. So I failed in that department, but I failed in that department to know that I couldn't deliver because the numbers weren't delivering, so it kind of got me a little discouraged because of that. So right now I'm going to shout out all the people who made this show possible. Made and Petty 3 times, Solana for doing the shout out, Mr. James 128 for doing my trailer, Vanna B, Daniel Ben, Theo, Long Live the Chief, they call me Mally Mal, Aaron King Talk Sands, and Aaron King Talk Sands for having me on his show. King Talk with Aaron Sands. You know, we bros. Big Smash. His episode, the Big Smash episode, was popping. He brought a lot of viewers from his network. I commend him. Vance, Zoe Taylor, Sunny D, B Bills, J Nicole, I Am Hunt, Dwayne, Renee, Sam Austin, Eric from Now We're Here podcast, Meet the Tyler's 2023, all of y'all for doing the shout out, all of y'all for being a guest on the show. I commend y'all, and I'm glad that y'all accepted my invite. I'm glad that y'all did a shout out. And if you promoted it, of course, when the episode dropped, you promoted it on your page to your viewers to help the show grow more, you know? I like that, and I'm glad that y'all were here. Also, I cannot forget my supporters, the Good Pod community, Benji, Shakita, Chronicles of a Virgo, the Jorn Podcast, Mama Life Rose C, What the F is Nana, John Thomas Smith, I see you, Victoria 12th Street, Benji, Jason Rowe, my boy Merlden, Red Dove, Rafael Moran. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all if y'all commented. Thank y'all if you ever commented or if you ever shared or if you ever played it in public. Thank y'all. And the silent listeners who I don't know who you are, thank y'all. You know, y'all also help bring this show to life. It's like this is the end of the road. I'm not going. This show will be ending, but I'll probably be doing podcasts into 2025. Not too far along. It's just a lot of personal life. I know right now the Premiere Boys is still going, so that you can catch me on that right now. The Premiere Boys podcast on all streaming platforms except Spotify. Definitely go ahead and subscribe to that if you're listening right now. You catch me with Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman. They call me Mounty Mal, Aaron Kinkto Sands, talking on topics. So here are the shows that I want you to subscribe to if you plan to still listen to podcasts. These are the shows that I recommend listening to. Now We're Here podcast, King Talk with Aaron Sands, Sex with Sunny, A Little Bit of Everything with me, Angelica, How to Hustle podcast, I'll Explain Later, the Jorn Podcast, Frocast, Chronicles of a Virgo podcast, 12th Street Talkback, What Black Men Like, Wine Time, Mind Triggers, Boy Meets World podcast, also the Ned Declassified podcast, the Suge Knight podcast, Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle podcast, Terra Nova podcast, Mastering the Moment, 80s, 90s, and 2005s, Down to Earth Network, and the Brandon Janul Show. These are all shows that I recommend. These are all shows that I enjoy listening to, even on a regular basis. Yeah, recommended by me, Star Roddy Rod. Yeah, so right now it's like with this show, I'll still be posting it on my Star Time page because that page, you know, they're still growing users every week. Every week is a new person growing. Every week is a new person out there. So I'll be posting it. I'll be tagging people. But make sure that you follow me on IG and Threads at star.tomroddy. And just, I'm here, but just look out for what's coming in the future. Just know that Star Time is over with. Peace.